should the people in Antigua only accept 32%? And you're accepting the for what you consider to be lands, cash, and bonds. How much you have, if you had only 30,000 to get from Liat, whether that can give you a land, and cash, and what bonds you're going to put aside, when you're going to get that. Mr. Prime Minister, in 2021, in December, you fooled a number of the Liat workers and asked them to sign 50% and that they were going to get the money sooner or later. Well, the later has not come, and the people are continuing to cry. But yet still, you're now dwindling down to 32%. You're a wicked set of Prime Minister, you be. Wicked to the people of Antigua and Barbuda. And come election time, it's the same people that you're going to call to put you in office. So why don't you take, your money, reduce? You should have put that 32% and give the workers all that is theirs, Mr. Prime Minister. Mr. Prime Minister and workers today, my brother, my deputy would have said it already, that the world of work is changing. The Prime Minister is all over. You notice that he's in Lagos, Nigeria now. We don't know what will be coming. In Nigeria, the workers who work for the same company that they call APs have a problem as workers. They have problems. And so we look at this situation that we understand, and it is alleged that that company does not take lightly to have workers in a union movement. Brothers and sisters, we are a country of laws and labor. It was this union in 1974 ensured that we have a working labor code that governing us. Today, that is saving us right through this land, brothers and sisters. This is why that the Antigua and Barbuda this year, we made sure that we are going out to rebranding ourselves. And so we are making you know that my union, it's a union, not a union to be dictated by any political minds. That a union that will not be governed by anyone other than the union members to run its affairs. And we say, brothers and sisters, that the time has come for our government and our leadership in government to realize that we need to put in place that severance protection fund. And that severance protection fund, brothers and sisters, would have saved those workers from Liat so they wouldn't have to be running anywhere to get their money, because that law needs to be enacted. Brothers and sisters, we need a functional health and safety policy in this country to govern all, that when people go into those buildings to work, that they're not inhaling and they're not feeling sick. And so, brothers and sisters, we are going to march to the street of St. John's and make sure that we call on the government to do what is right. We want the government as a working person to make sure that you have proper running water in your place. We want the government to recognize that you deserve a fair wage and a better minimum wage, so people don't have to be working 2 and 3 jobs in order to make 2 ends meet. Brothers and sisters in this country, just like any other country around the world today, the most people that are impacted, as you would see, are the young women and women workers throughout. And so, therefore, we are aiming to ensure that this year, that the working women and young workers are focused upon more than ever before. And I'm calling on the government to ensure that we begin to put in place conditions for workers and women who have to work in the night, that there are proper facilities to take care so that they can carry their young ones and make sure that they leave them there without any fear or any worry. Brothers and sisters, we need benefits. We need rights in this country. And we don't have to go to no minister to get anything. So we are asking you today, on this Labor Day, that we will march through the street of St. John's and we will sound our defining voices, that we will fight for the workers of Liat, that we'll fight for the public servants, that they will get better conditions to work in, that the public servants will get a just pay, and the same 40 that they put on the ministers and the parliamentarians, that they will ensure that the public servants get their 14% come when negotiation. Do not separate them and do not put them, divide them among themselves. Do not pull some and then carry some. Let us stand together, brothers and sisters, and demand from this government that justice for one is justice for all. And so, brothers, on this Labor Day, as we march and we get ready, we're going to ensure that we hold this government feet to the fire, that we want you to understand that workers' rights are human rights. And so with all that has to be done, that union in this country must be respected, and not be seen as any sort of night tie around the place. You must stop discriminating against the union movement, because it is the trade union movement that helped build this country. It is the trade union movement that brought us social security. It is the trade union movement that brought us the labor code. And it is the trade union movement that is going to put in place to ensure that we have a severance protection fund for the working class of these people. Brothers and sisters, I want each and every worker, from the policemen, from the teachers, from the nurses, from the bank workers, all and sundry, brothers and sisters, we are calling on you to ensure that we fight this government until workers' rights are respected in this country of ours. Brothers and sisters, thank you. We want you to have a peaceful, lovable Labor Day. We're going to have fun marking on the street. Make sure that you're hydrated. We're going to make sure that we're going to respect the law, and we're going to move through the street, get to where we're going, and then later we're going to go down to Fry's, where we will have that family affair. So, brothers and sisters, I just want to end on this particular one. Union! 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 Yes, brothers and sisters, and we're making sure that I ask them to bring out, because you're going to hold a placard. We did up a number of placards, and we want you to carry them through the streets as we march through. You can use this as an umbrella too. But brothers and sisters, we have the placards, and we ask you to take them up, and we are going to travel through the streets of St. John's. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters. Looking forward for a beautiful Labor Day.